This week we will be celebrating several birthdays.
Today is Bella B's birthday, and Mrs. White and Lily B have birthdays on Monday.
On Tuesday, Kenzie W. has a birthday. Braylon H. and Summer K. have birthdays on Thursday.
Make sure if you see these people in the hallways or out and about, thank you that you wish them a happy birthday.
Come back next month for more Bulldog birthdays of the week.
Hello, welcome to Sports and Activity News. The Bulldogs traveled to Verdigris to play a football game on Friday night. We ended up losing the football game against Niobrara Verdigris on Friday, 28-14. Nice try, Bulldogs. You'll get them next time.
The Bulldogs will play Osceola tonight. The cross-country team had a meet at Vima yesterday, and we will report on that meet next week.
The volleyball team had a game against Bancroft last week at home. The JV and varsity teams both won in 3 sets. This week, the team had games in Lyons and Albion, and we will report on those next week.
The softball team had a hot week last week, so they had some time off for the games, but they did play a tournament in Geneva over last weekend. The softball girls won all their games against Rambo Central, Diller, Oda, and Fillmore Central to take the first place in this tournament.
They played UTAN Meade on Monday and won that game as well. The girls played several makeup games this week, and we will report on the rest of the games next week. That's all for this week's Sports and Activity News. Tune in next time for more.
Hello, Bulldogs. It's time for weather.
On Friday, September 1st, we will be mainly sunny with a high of 93 degrees and a low of 71 degrees in the evening.
On Saturday, September 2nd, we will have a high of 97 degrees with clouds and a sunshine and a low of 71.
On Sunday the 3rd, we will have mostly sunny skies with a whopping 99 degrees.
The low on Sunday will be 70.
Labor Day is going to be sunny and hot with a high of 98 degrees.
Tuesday, we'll have plenty of sunshine with a high of 96 degrees and a low of 66 degrees.
There will be some clouds early on, but those clouds will clear up at night.
Wednesday the 6th will be sunny with a high of 94 and a low of 66 degrees.
Thursday the 7th, there is a chance of thunderstorms and scattered showers.
The high temp will be 93 degrees and the low temp will be 67 degrees.
That's all for this week. See you next week with more weather.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Humphrey lunch menu. Every day this week for breakfast is a hot sandwich or cold cereal, and at lunchtime there will be a salad bar.
Today for lunch is Sloppy Joe. Monday there is no school. Tuesday for lunch will be nachos and some vegetable and the fruit or salad bar. On Wednesday we will have a flying saucer, a vegetable, fruit and salad bar, and a bun.
Thursday is a McRib on a bun, mac and cheese, vegetables, and fruit and salad bar. That's all for this week. Tune in next time to find out what's for lunch.
Hello, welcome to Sports and Activity News. The Bulldogs traveled to Verdigris to play a football game on Friday night. We ended up losing the football game against Niobrara Verdigris on Friday, 28-14. Nice try, Bulldogs. You'll get them next time.
The Bulldogs will play Osceola tonight. The cross-country team had a meet at Vima yesterday, and we will report on that meet next week.
The volleyball team had a game against Bancroft last week at home. The JV and varsity teams both won in 3 sets. This week, the team had games in Lyons and Albion, and we will report on those next week.
The softball team had a hot week last week, so they had some time off for the games, but they did play a tournament in Geneva over last weekend. The softball girls won all their games against Rambo Central, Diller, Oda, and Fillmore Central to take the first place in this tournament.
They played UTAN Meade on Monday and won that game as well. The girls played several makeup games this week, and we will report on the rest of the games next week. That's all for this week's Sports and Activity News. Tune in next time for more.
Hi everybody, welcome to these Jokes of the Week. Today we will tell 4 people 5 jokes and see if we can get them to laugh.
The Prince of Pal.
Why did the kid run to school? Because he was being chased by the spelling bee. What do math students eat on Thanksgiving?
The pumpkin pie.
Nice. Why did the bat miss the school bus?
I don't know.
Because he hung around too long.
Who is the king of the school supplies?
Who?
The ruler.
That's all for this week. Come back next week for more jokes.
Hello, and welcome back to Would You Rather. In this segment, we will ask 5 people a set of questions and find out what they would rather have, like be or do.
Today we are going to ask people about food.
Cake or pie?
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Chocolate shake or vanilla?
Would you rather have a chocolate shake or vanilla shake?
Tacos or burritos?
Would you rather have tacos or burritos?
Ooh, tacos.
Queso or salsa?
Would you rather have queso or salsa?
Queso.
Corn or green beans?
Would you rather have corn or green beans?
Green beans.
Apples or oranges?
Would you rather have apples or oranges?
Apples.
Steak or chicken?
Would you rather have chicken or steak?
Steak.
Salt or sugar?
Would you rather have salt or sugar?
Sugar.
Skittles or M&Ms?
Would you rather have Skittles or M&Ms?
Skittles. That will do it for this week's Would You Rather.
Come back next week for more.
Perfect timing.
That's so slow.
Steak.
Hi y'all, and welcome back to Spin the Wheel.
In this segment, we will have a wheel that has random activities for people to do, such as bark like a dog, do a somersault, or walk like a duck.
We will ask for 4 people to spin the wheel and do activities. Let's go see who's going to spin the wheel.
Spin it. Gotta bark like a dog.
Bark, bark.
I'm gonna
Woof,
bark like
woof.
Bark.
That's all for this time. Next week, it may be you who gets to spin the wheel. Bye.
See you.
Hi y'all, this is our weekly top 5. In this show, we will go through the top 5 of different categories. This week, we're going to talk about the top 5 video games of all time. Coming in at number 5, we have Miss Pac-Man. The game was originally called Crazy Auto, until the developers sold the game to the company Midway. They called it Miss Pac-Man to try to get more female gamers. Mrs. Pac-Man has 4 mazes, smarter ghosts, and moving fruit bonuses. It's a lot better than the original Pac-Man. Number 4 is Doom. Doom introduced millions of gamers to the first-person shooter games before they were popular. Doom gave way to the games Call of Duty, Halo, and Counter-Strike. It may be from 1993, but Doom was cool, way ahead of its time. Number 3 is The Legend of Zelda. Its players explore a 3D world that has clock puzzles, artful areas, dungeon levels, and breeze-through interfaces. Super Mario 64 comes in at number 2. At more than 11 million copies sold, it was one of the best-selling games for Nintendo 64, and hundreds of more recent video games have borrowed ideas from both Zelda and Mario. The number 1 video game of all time is Tetris. It was designed by a Russian computer scientist and distributed by a Japanese company, and it has been enjoyed by all types of gamers since it came out in 1984. The top 5 list came from the Times Magazine, and I'm sure a lot of your favorite games didn't make the list.
Next time we focus on games, we will narrow it down to the top 5 driving games or fighting games to make it a little easier to choose the top 5. That's all for now. Tune in next week for more of the countdown.
Hello everyone, this is Wild World Sports. Football is almost here.
With the big trades of the offseason, it should make up for a good year in the NFL. The Jets acquired one of the best QBs in the nation, named Aaron Rodgers from the Packers.
Another trade was Derek Carr going to the Saints from the Raiders.
In the college world, the football season is on its way, and the top powerhouses looking to keep their big names on the top. The Georgia Bulldogs are looking to go for another national title, and the Michigan Wolverines are looking to get another Big Ten title.
The top 5 players in college football right now are Caleb Williams of USC, Blake Corum from Michigan, Marvin Harrison from Ohio State, J.C. Latham from Alabama, and Drake May from North Carolina. All of these players will be fun to watch in the 2023-2024 season.
That'll be it for this week's Wide World of Sports. Tune in next time for more.
Hi guys,
Welcome to the Pictures of the Week.
there has been quite a bit going on this past week, from classroom learning to the first sports game. Let's
Let's take a look and see what the Bulldogs have been up to.
That's all guys. Come back next week for more. Bye.